Good morning. My name's John O'Toole. I'm here in Campbellford this morning with Rob Milligan, our candidate of record. I'm happy to work with Rob, and the purpose of Rob and I being here in Marianne today is Queen's Park. Tim Hudak's team from Queen's Park is spreading out across Ontario today at 60 different ridings. We're making a blitz in Ontario, warning Ontario families that if Dalton McGuinty is re-elected this fall, he's going to certainly raise your taxes. From Windsor to Niagara to Ottawa to Sudbury, members of the caucus are taking this message out across the province to the families of Ontario. If Ontario families know one thing about Dalton McGuinty, that is he is hardwired to raise your taxes. Why do I say this? Dalton McGuinty promised in 2003 election that he wouldn't raise your taxes, only to then hit Ontario families with the biggest income tax hike in Ontario's history, the so-called health tax, of which I think about $600 to $900 per family every year is being taken from their income. Dalton McGuinty promised again in 2007 election that he wouldn't raise taxes, only to hit them with the families with the biggest sales tax increase in Ontario's history, the HST tax grab. Even worse, on the same very first day of July 1st in 2010, he brought in the eco tax, taxing 9,000 household products every day, later to be reversed, some of it. Already skyrocketing hydro rates are even more making energy less affordable because of HST. Now there are three bills, the skyrocketing hydro bills are even more or less affordable. There are three clear signs that Dalton McGuinty is going to raise the HST one more time. Why do I say this? First, we've seen this in Dalton McGuinty's always does. He's hardwired for tax and spend. He and his senior ministers were opposed to the federal government's GST cut, and some are actually musing about bringing in a carbon tax. And finally, this week Liberal MPPs voted against Tim Hudak and the opposition's motion that called on the Liberals and all parties not to raise the HST or bring in a carbon tax in the next election. And what do you think happened? Every single Liberal member voted against our bill, which would have frozen taxes. So I'm here today with Rob and Marianne in Campbellford. This is a riding where I know Rob will do the job to protect the citizens. He'll stand up for Campbellford. He'll make it more affordable for families. That's why we're here today, to warn you that Dalton McGuinty will definitely raise your taxes in the next election. Now, Rob, do you find any substance in this, or what's your view on it?
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, McGuinty's track record has proven that he's going to raise taxes if elected, and so I think yourself and Tim Hudak made it very clear that Hudak government, a PC government, on October 6th, we are going to give relief to the families across Ontario that desperately need it, and we're going to bring that relief. So, no.
Good for you. Well, that's the message that we're here today, and that's a message of a commitment from Tim Hudak. We won't raise your taxes.